Most people want success, most people want wealth, freedom, but what they don't understand is the mindset that it actually takes to get there. So I wanted to make this video, although this isn't the usual video I post on this channel. I wanted to try it out and just kind of have a conversation with y'all and give y'all advice of things that I wish I knew before taking the road to success or even attempting the road to success. I think that the biggest contributing factor to becoming successful as a young individual or even old individual, I guess, is having the right mindset and the mindset that is actually required in order to get there. And when you're starting off, you're so unaware of what that mindset actually is and the things that you need to know prior to trying to become successful. So I'm going to kind of give you some pieces of advice, things that I would tell my younger self. Now, first things first, most people are always just going to stay in their comfort zone. So if you're watching this video already, that sets you one step ahead of everyone else out there. You're at least trying to make some sort of effort in learning about the things that it takes to become successful so that you can obviously help yourself do so. Majority of people are always going to say, I'd just rather stick with this job even though I hate it. I'd rather not try that because what if I fail? So on and so forth. They're just stuck in their comfort zone. But the irony is that by avoiding that risk, they take the biggest risk of it all, living a full life that you only get one shot at, full of just comfort and uncertainty and unwanted life. But even once you do make it, there's a lot of things that you need to know about what life is like after achieving a lot of the things you dream of achieving. So first things first, money doesn't solve everything. Most people think that after they make it, all of the things within their life are going to fall into place outside of just things that solve money. But I can tell you right now, that's an illusion. If money solved everything, the wealthiest people in the world would also be the happiest. But we know things like anxiety, loneliness, depression don't disappear just with a bank account that has multiple commas in it. Of course, money solves problems like bills, debt, expenses. You can buy whatever cool shit you want. You can achieve any sort of level of freedom, essentially, that you want. Money is a tool that allows freedom, but it doesn't heal emotional struggles. It doesn't really give you any sort of meaning or purpose. It doesn't heal relationships. And overall, it just, like I said, can't solve the things that money can solve. I want you to take everything that I say with a grain of salt, solely because these are from my personal experiences and the things that I believe. And the way that you perceive these things I'm saying and compare them to your own life or what your life will be like in the future after you become successful may not be the same as mine is now. I can assure you money does solve a lot of problems, but to an extent it can't solve everything. But that's why bringing me to my second point, purpose and fulfillment are much deeper needs. Humans naturally are wired for more than just survival. Once our basic needs are met, what we crave is direction and meaning. Purpose gives you a reason to wake up every morning. Fulfillment is the feeling that your life actually matters and that you're doing something beyond just existing. It maybe doesn't sound like it now while you look down at your phone and only see you have a couple $100s in your bank account. It may feel like in the future that when you have 10 million, life may feel different and you may not think that you have any sort of purpose or meaning. But without being able to feel fulfilled off of doing genuine things that improve you overall as a person, it's hard to feel happy and content with life as a whole. Without these, even if anything looks good on the outside, success, lifestyle, money, inside there's still emptiness. That's why you can go and achieve a big goal, but days later you're sitting there and asking yourself, like, now what? You even see this with like multiple huge business dudes who build this huge company, end up exiting it, and then they sit there like, now what? So I think the biggest thing about becoming successful and mindset overall is getting genuine fulfillment off of purpose and doing day-to-day tasks and building something greater and self-improvement rather than feeling like you need to chase fulfillment from buying materialistic things or making money. You need to focus on what matters and the things that are actually going to drive that happiness from deeper fulfillment and deeper purpose. So let's talk about for the people who struggle with that and how tying their identity to their money destroys them. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that people make is tying their identity as a whole to just money. Whether they've already made money and are rich as fuck, or whether they're just trying to start to make money and make it their whole personality. That's like rule number one. Just don't tell people your moves, your plans, your goals. Keep them to yourself and just move in silence. But when you start to define yourself as who you are, what you own, the things you do, or your bank account, you're basically setting yourself up for disappointment. Money goes up and down. Status fades. What you own today might not even matter. If your self-worth depends on that, you're gonna always feel fragile. But genuine purpose, on the other hand, is stable. If that's what you care about, that purpose is always going to be there as long as you're still doing the inputs every day to drive that fulfillment from that purpose. Fulfillment doesn't disappear when markets crash or when life and business throws challenges at you. It just is always something that you can stand on. And if you're constantly getting that fulfillment from doing things like working on your business or overall just improving yourself, you're always going to be happy. But if you're striving your happiness based off of things that don't really matter in life, as soon as you lose those things, then who are you? So if money isn't the answer, then what is? Well, number one, I've said it multiple times, growth and just constantly becoming a better version of yourself. Two, connection and building deep relationships with people that actually matter in your life. And of course, early on in your stage of your journey, your business, it's going to be hard to build those relationships that you can really count on and stand on. But of course, those come with time. And then three, just contribution, giving back, serving, creating some sort of impact in some way. That's why I'm passionate about making this video, passionate about making videos on my other channel. It brings me genuine fulfillment. It brings me genuine purpose. I know that the impact these videos have is huge, and that makes me feel good. Building my businesses helps other people out there. It makes me feel good. Running my coaching program, it helps other people out there. It makes me feel good. My agency, we help clients make more money. That makes me feel good. So your purpose, your fulfillment needs to come from things like personal growth, connection, contribution, all things that are actually genuinely improving your quality of life as a whole. So at the end of the day, money is a tool. It can make life easier, but it can't make life meaningful. Purpose is what gives money meaning. Fulfillment is what makes life worth living. So instead of asking, how do I get rich? Start asking, what makes me fulfilled, that I can build a real skill off of, that I can offer to other people, that I can then monetize. Too many of you guys are way too focused on just making money off the rip rather than just learning a skill set that's valuable to other people, and other people see the value within that skill set. Then the money starts to flow in. But too many people are focused on just diving into something that brings them no genuine fulfillment. They're solely just in it for the money, and that's where they go wrong. And that's exactly why they crash and burn so quickly. But ask yourself, what impact do I want to create? Who do I want to become? But anyways, yeah. That's a random ass late night yap. And let me know if you guys like this style of video on this channel. Usually I post stuff specifically about how to run ads for businesses, how to become a freelance brand scaler. I know those videos have been very helpful and made a lot of you guys money as well. That brings me fulfillment. But if this video helps you guys make more money as well and have the right mindset going into this business stuff, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, appreciate you guys watching as always. Make sure if you haven't already, sign up for my free 3-day live cinematic movie premiere. That shit is gonna be insane. I cannot wait to release it. I've been working on that shit for like months now, so if you haven't signed up, like seriously, do not miss it, because I'm gonna drop like a ton of value in it, as well as it's gonna be like super cool and super entertaining. I'm gonna be done talking about it. Just check out the link in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.